point in history that just revolves around Florida, and Scott Stapp is part of it.
He's a Florida guy, right? The Creed is a Florida band, I believe
so.
There a lot of butt came from Florida. I mean, I think a lot of butt came from maybe the Midwest, but I think a ton of it came from Florida too. You know, you guys,
Song is called Marlins We Will Soar.
Let's play ball, it's game day. Hits double plays.
Double plays.
Put me in, coach.
Marlins make us proud. Come on, Marlins make us proud.
Did they commission this song? Is that?
I don't know how it worked. I don't know who asked for what.
I just wonder. It's like, if he just wrote this, it's really, really embarrassing. Like, because he's like,
double play, no rain delay.
Hot
just, like,
dogs.
throwing in every baseball phrase he could think of.
Hot dogs, hopefully they're warm. Yeah. Wow, he's embarrassing as hell. So let's move to other, because I think
the song is called We Will Soar.
Yes. I think we've pretty well covered that section, that post-grunge, strange, like Creed, that part of the thing.
Can I make one request before we close the book on?
Sure.
Well, I mean, maybe we'll get to this. I was going to bring up, like, as the prologue to Creed being Seven Mary 3, as far as like the direct precedent for Scott Stapp voice.
Yes. I'm
funny.
so glad you brought that up.
You and I, Tony, came to Seven Mary 3 on this episode independently because I had a list of bands and songs that made me like that evince 90s butt rock to me, and it's Cumbersome. Like the fake deep voice in Cumbersome, and then Brian sent me, I think it was your playlist of like songs. I was like, "There's Cumbersome." That's right.
Let's get some Cumbersome though.
Yeah, let's hear it, please.
I fucking can't tell you how much I love this song.
It's fucking great. It's so good.
That right there sounds good, but then when his voice kicks in, it goes off. Here it goes.
She calls me to laugh and away.
Van Halen is not butt rock. We can push them right out of the conversation.
Okay,
You know?
what about, hang on, let me ask you this. So remember our parameters that we're working with, late to the game or maybe like a second iteration of something. Van Hagar.
Okay, now here's
Is
where
Van Hagar butt rock?
let me say this before we get into that. I like Van Hagar more than I like Van Halen. So there's a very, very good possibility that Van Hagar is butt rock, since it's my preference.
Like you look at Sammy Van Hagar, and he's the visual representation of butt rock.
Yeah,
Like the bleach tips, perms, the sort of like fake lokes, gas station sunglasses, the goatee, the I don't know, guitar picks on his like low hanging chain necklace. That's butt rock, man. That's like the epitome. Like you can't get more butt rock unless you're unless you're Mark Tremonti of Creed. Like, and you have a signature. Fuck, it's not Schecter. What's the bad?
Hey, Street Fight friends and family. How you doing? I hope you just came over from the Bituation Room. I was just on that stream about 10 minutes ago. I wrapped it up. So welcome. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm official member of the Frantifa now as well. This is Street Fight Radio, #1 anarcho comedy radio show on any station across the nation. You can give us a call at 614-655-3887. Talk to us, tell us what's going on in your world, what's happening, Captain. We want to hear from you, and what the fuck's going down. Like every single Sunday, we do this, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You tell us what you want to talk about. Give us a ring, a ding, ding. We're going to have some guests coming up. We're working on having some of the Minion Death Cult hosts maybe helping us on the phones. Really enjoyed that Rax and Sean episode. If you didn't listen to it, we did last Sunday. We're going to keep that coming in the future. Bigger and better than ever. Thank you to all of you that have supported Street Fight through these tumultuous times and my own problems, and hope you continue in the future. Patreon.com/StreetFightRadio. We do have shirts on pre-order right now. Yes, they are taking a while. That's called Street Fight Time. But by the end of May, we're going to get them ordered. Head over to store.streetfightradio.com to pre-order the new Street Fight t-shirt. And head over to patreon.com/StreetFightWCRS. Pay $5, getting access to the bonus audio feed. You can listen to the new Holy Boys about Kenneth Copeland. I fucking loved it. I really enjoyed it myself.
He's the greatest.
I mean, honestly, $5 for, I don't mean to offend you, Brian. I just get a lot of you,
Yes.
But for me, the value of $5 to hear procured, like artisanally selected Kenneth Copeland audio is worth it.
I love
That's
that
like
guy,
grade
man.
A red meat you're giving. That's just, you can't believe it when you hear it, that this is what's going on in modern, religious America.
God, me and Tom didn't really get to like really beat this into people, but at the end of the Holy Boys episode, we played about a 2.5-minute clip of Kenneth Copeland talking about how the United States is the greatest thing ever invented by God. Like that he heard Jesus tell him that we did the best job at it. Like nobody could ever do it better than us,
Like God saw like Persians, Romans, Egyptians, Mayans, and was like, Americans, this is what I was fucking talking about. This is Christianity.
But the funny thing about that is that whole sermon takes place in Canada. And that's what I really liked about it.
Yeah, I mean,
Fucker
it's like
crosses over the border. That guy crosses over the border and was like, "Man, we are so good. You guys would love it if you could come down there."
technically North America, I guess, is where he was doing it from. That's what he was probably running on.
No, he's talking about the Constitution of the United States.
Right. But I'm saying, like, he felt like, it's North America. It's basically America.
Well, and guys like, and the thing is, like, really conservative, like, people, I think, believe that, like, everybody in Canada wishes they lived here. That's what I
Right.
think.
Canada is JV.
Yes, Canada and Mexico. I think Mexico too. I think that honestly, conservatives think everybody wishes they lived here. You know?
That's the dream. That's the lie they're telling us.
Which it's easier to live here than a lot of other places. I will agree with the fact that, like, yeah, I mean, everybody gets some food. We try not. I mean, we try though. I guess we don't even really try, do we?
Yeah.
Jesus. Well, there's a lot to steal here, and I don't know.
You can scam a lot. You can scam a lot in America. That's the thing, is that you can scrape by on robbing and stealing sometimes in America.
Yeah. Also, another really
as a white person,
the really great part of the of that clip of Kenneth Copeland also is, like, there's a point where he goes, I knew this guy. His dad was a communist. And his dad liked being a communist. And you just heard somebody uncontrollably laugh out in the arena, like, ha ha.
Good joke.
Like, God damn. I mean,
it's called irony.
Yeah.
It's called sarcasm, my friend.
Yeah. Copeland's great. I like doing him. Obviously,
the best
start
part
with Copeland and I end with Duplantis.
I mean, I think the best fourth chapter to any life is bargaining with God about getting more life. And I really love that he has taken on to the Bible promised me 120. The Bible said we lived to 120 years old. I'm sitting here at 85. This is bullshit, because modern medicine, this secular medicine, is telling me, like, my lights are going to go out soon. And that's bullshit, because the Bible said 120.
And
it's so good, so wonderful. Because
cool.
Old people too, it is such a great market, because you have such an elderly audience, and you're tapping into those fears, and you're tapping into that, like, also just like we deserved more and better,
Also, and just to say this too, that is something that I truly, truly love about him and Jesse talking about this, him and Jesse Duplantis talking about this, and saying, like when you're 20, okay, when you're 16, people in their 20s, they're like, you're gonna fucking love your 20s, dude. I'm in my 20s, I'm buying booze, I'm able to get this, I'm able to get that. It's fucking great. You're living on your own.
I'm grown up.
Yeah, and when you're in your 20s, or when you're in your 20s, people in their 30s are like, man, when you're in your 30s, you that's when you really maximize being an adult.
Right. You finally found yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But then when you hit you're done
80s.
After that.
Nobody dies in America. Like, that's what we hide, is that there is death as a part of life. Like, we are when it comes to sex and when it comes to death, we avoid any honest conversation about what actually goes down.
Yeah. And so these guys are 85, and they're just like, dude, you get all the best God information from 80 to 100 and 100 to 120, which is like...
But you got to be shaking in their bones. Or they're just know it's going to be lights out. Maybe
no, I don't think that.
You think they've convinced themselves that they get the kingdom of heaven?
I think I lean with Tom that I don't think it's a scam.
Okay.
I think it's a scam. I think it's an extraordinary scam. But
they know how to speak the word of God to make money, and that they're fine with that. But you think at the end of the day, he's expecting the kingdom of heaven.
He's going to heaven. Yeah.
Right.
He's going to heaven. And well, I've heard what heaven's like by Jesse Duplantis, because he went there once. I still can't figure out how he got
when
there.
When he was a rock star?
He was in a rock band, but he went to heaven and he did a bunch of TV show appearances that I have listened to. I think I even played some on Holy Boys about when he went to heaven and what it was like. And it sounds horrible because you're just kind of flying around. Jesus is like, or God is this like big being, and you're flying around, and he just kind of can swat you out of the air if he wants to.
Oh,
And you're just flying around, just feeling it, you know?
my kid plays that Roblox game.
Yeah. It sounds like shit, but I think that they are like, I think that, you know, I don't think these guys, a lot of these guys, now obviously there's Jimmy Swaggart, there's Jim Baker and stuff like that. I don't think a lot of these guys like cheat. And I don't think that, I just don't think a lot of these guys cheat. And I think a lot of these guys, like you said, they feel very good. They're charismatic, and they make a bunch of money, and they feel like their charisma allows them that amount of money, like that they're earning that money.
I gotta say, as far as chiming in though, like there's a lot of women that want to keep men's secrets. I don't think they're that pure of heart. I wouldn't say they don't cheat.
Man,
I think that a lot of women are way more down to be quiet, you know, for the experience.
I just don't see how a guy like that,
as a cheater myself,
right? I don't see how a guy like that gets away with it, and that's the thing that, like,
because nobody says shit.
Right, but I mean, he's famous. Everybody's watching these guys. They are watched more than a lot of our politicians, you know, because everybody wants to catch them. Everybody wants to catch them doing something.
Which is why you find a good one that's going to keep her mouth shut. Like, there are good girls out there that don't ever talk. There's plenty of bad bitches out there that never fucking talk and know how to keep quiet.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that maybe some of them have. In my mind, I think about, like, when you're as famous as these guys and when you're as hated as these guys, by the way, because, like, you got to think about their audience too. Very old, dying out. They are not getting young people. Young people are not joining the church. It's not happening.
Sure.
And like, I think that, like, they're just kind of have young people are chasing them down. Right Wing Watch is chasing them around, you know, Inside Edition is chasing these guys around. I mean, it seems so hard to get away with cheating. A lot of people think they do drugs and stuff. I don't think they do drugs. I don't think they do any of that stuff. I think they believe the shit that they say. And but
what's the junior guy that
ripping people off?
What's the junior guy that Liberty University junior guy that had his dick out on the boat? His dad was a scammer and a scandalous dude.
I don't think his dad ever got caught doing anything, though. Jerry Falwell.
But he came from but he never got caught. But I don't know.
I just don't.
I think it's very easy. They're in the most patriarchal setup that allows them to get away with whatever they want, and I wouldn't put it beyond them, like I said, to get away. I think it's very easy to get away with stuff. Actually, Hank when you're in the environment where you're the most powerful person, and those people fall in line. They don't have whistleblowers. Those people fall in line and live in the misery of being, you know, within the flock.
Well, I guess if you think you're going to heaven, then, I mean, you might as well not say anything, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think the thing I've always felt about Christianity to me is, like, it seems like you're trading the time that you have for something that you're probably, in my opinion, you're not getting, you know, in the end, when the heaven time comes. I don't think you're getting that. So you're trading this time you have of fun and like doing the things that make you fully realize for that.
No, yeah, I don't believe they live an absolutely like crazy life and then they're like hiding all of that. I do agree with you. Like, you have to trade in because they can't go to like parties and be like smoking a blunt with Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg, you know, even though that would get them so much money in their church. Well, it actually would, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, you have to be pious. You have to be better than everybody. If you're Greg Locke, like, you don't get to have fun because that makes you better than everyone.
Yep. I find what they call the televangelist like dilemma is what I call it. It's like, man, you get all the fucking money in the world, but you trade that for not really. What can you do? What could I do if I had Copeland money? If I had, $750 million, if I have $750 million, what are the things I want to do? Well, I want to do drugs and I want to fucking travel all over the world without people trying to catch me doing something wrong. And I want to do stuff. And these
I'm gonna
guys,
go to Ibiza.
huh?
They're all
I
going to
wanna
Ibiza.
Thank you. And if these guys go to Ibiza, they have to try to get people to leave the club and talk to them about.
Yes, they have to buy the whole club out, just make everyone sign NDAs.
Yeah. And I just always think about like that trade. I think they're the most interesting sort of group of celebrities to me because they're the ones that make that, them and like Kevin Sorbo.
I've heard classic
interesting ones,
but I've heard a lot of the Christian rock bands are also, fuck groupies and drink a lot of beer and shit too. Like they still fuck around and party.
Yeah, I've heard that actually. I've actually heard that.
I guess they can get away with it.
Go nuts,
right? I mean, I guess if you get clearance for it, it's like that's what I want. I want at least like, is Motley Crue going to heaven? And they're like, yeah, Motley Crue is going to heaven. I'm like, okay, I like where this church is going.
Yeah, I mean I'm hoping to do that this week or next week. We're gonna do some of the rock and roll churches, and found a guy that runs something called Teen Mania, which I gotta tell you, don't name your thing Teen Mania ever. It sounds like porno. It like when I told Tom about this guy, he looked him up, he saw Teen Mania, and he was like, that is what you name a porno company.
Sounds like there should be 22 volumes of that.
Yeah, so it worries. I don't know. I think of like when I think of fame, right? I think of like the kind of I've always thought of it this way: the kind of fame where you are immune from negative outcomes, you can't get in trouble, you can't. You know what I mean? You have all the money you could ever need to get yourself out of trouble. When I think of fame, I think of like O.J. Simpson, dude.
Right.
That is the kind of fame you're shooting for. You don't want pious fame. That seems like the worst kind of fame you could get. That's why the conservative movement doesn't appeal to me at all. Because it's like a guy like Tucker Carlson. I mean, obviously, a guy like Tucker Carlson gets caught cheating. People might think it's normal, but to a certain amount of people that are into him, it's kind of the end of him. You know what I mean?
I'm a reformed cheater as well, just to mention. I'm not a regular cheater now.
Well, I think it just the way I think about that is really weird. Also, Winners and Losers in the chat brought up the show Under the Banner of Heaven on Hulu. I am watching that because if you tell me something is about Mormons and I will watch it. It only takes somebody saying, Brian, this show's about Mormons, and I will watch it. But this show is about Mormons and sovereign citizens.
Ooh, wonderful.
It's the two things. Those are the two best things. If I wanted to write a serious dramatic thing, it would be about Mormons and sovereign citizens, because Mormons are, when we first started, we had a lot of people listen to the show that were Mormons, and I don't mean to like bum you out or anything like that. But I think what you guys are onto is wild. Like what's going on out there that's something else, man.
We had that ex-Mormon that sent us some cave cheese that was really good.
Oh yeah. I think he was not a Mormon anymore.
Just stuck in Mormonity.
Yeah, that's the thing. It is such like the rules of Mormonism are the most strict of the North American kind of religions, right? Like they're not even allowed to have caffeine. And like I found something out this week. I don't remember who told me. God bless the person for telling me this. That like Salt Lake City is like the candy capital of the country. Like you just go in there and there is just fucking candy everywhere. And now I'm like, I need to go to Salt Lake City. They got Special Pop there, a place called
I love it.
They got a place called Swig there that makes like artisanal pop with some kind of
Really?
foam cream and shit in there. It's like drive-throughs all over because they Mormons go nuts for like pop
Yeah.
and fucking candy, you know? And like I just thinking about all that candy,
That's
man, gets me excited.
I mean, the thought of limiting a human's enjoyment down to just popping candy and filling a whole state full of people with that condition, I would love to see what comes out of that.
Yeah, dirty soda it's called. Swig, dirty soda. It is
Yeah, that's what Rachel Atwood in the chat says. Mormons are incredible dessert makers. Yeah, I mean the sweets got to be like on a nut. You got to sneak in some booze and some weed and some psychedelics, and some pills, and then you also can slam like some fire donuts.
Well, think about if you're like living there, dude, and like you're not a Mormon. You don't give a shit about
Yeah,
the rules. You can smoke all the fucking weed you want, and it's like the candy capital of the country. That's like two things I like.
Mark,
I love candy so much. It is Swig
you could
dirty
just go
soda.
down there, hang out wherever you want, and just be like, I hate these fucking drunks, man. These drunks ruin everything. They're loud and annoying. They're falling over. Just
Yeah.
make friends wherever you're at. They'll like give you a piece of nerds rope. They'll just break you off a piece of nerds rope and hand it to you.
Yeah, called dirty soda.
Hanging on a patio. Go ahead.
The carbonated drinks have become an all-out craze on the social media platform Instagram. Imagine a cross between a Shirley Temple and an egg cream, a root
Ew.
beer float with
Jesus.
melted ice cream.
That makes me it sounds dusty.
I
That
don't
sounds
know.
like two drinks that are 100 years old.
It says a root beer float with melted ice cream, a cream soda made with actual cream. Their concoction is
Hey,
made of a
hold on,
soda
root-
of your choosing, cream,
What is
sometimes
what if-
fruit, and
what if
flavored
when people-
syrups.
when you say root beer float though?
Yeah.
And it does why is but it the term root beer float doesn't imply ice cream?
No, but it's melted. It's like a cream. It's not like when we make a root
Wait.
beer float in Ohio, we fucking make it with ice cream. This is a
Okay.
root beer float without ice cream, with a cream. Or this is where cream soda comes from. It's a cream, dude. An actual cream to make the cream soda. And
Fuck that.
yeah, I gotta get it though. I gotta get it. I mean, I know I probably wouldn't like it. Especially the word egg cream like really bums me out a
Yeah.
lot. But like I gotta get my hands on one of these, man.
I want like
mean,
a
Mormons aren't even
sarsaparilla.
allowed- Mormons aren't allowed to drink hot drinks, period. So they're not even allowed to have a hot cocoa either. That is strict, baby.
Apparently egg creams don't have eggs in them.
Oh, so there's no eggs?
It's just milk. I don't like fucking milk. Milk tears me up.
But this isn't milk. This is soda.
Egg cream
This
is
is
milk.
like a pop with
Melted ice cream is milk.
yeah, that sounds really good to me. I'm just into it. I gotta try it. It's a new kind of food. It's a new kind of candy. I feel like before I die, I need to try all the candies. It's important to me.
I agree.
I'm a Twix guy now, though, man. I can't stop it. Also started a new collection, Brett. Yes, I'm still collecting Legos. Okay, I still like Legos. I'm playing with them right now. But I have a new collection now, and it is drum roll sauces. I'm collecting sauces currently.
No. They
Yeah,
go
I
bad.
love a sauce, man. They don't go bad if you don't open them. I haven't eaten any of the sauces yet.
What sauce you mean?
Well, I got a what's called a mambo sauce, mambo from Washington D.C. It's a Washington D.C. sauce. And then last night I bought Japanese barbecue sauce, which I'm interested in. So no, I'm just
Well,
like
what's your
collecting
plan?
sauces.
You're not going to open them? You're just going to put them on like saucex.com?
I think I'm gonna make wings one day, and then just fucking put my sauces all over them. I got sauces forever. I want to try all the sauces now. I cannot believe the sauce technology that's going on. And under these times when we have supply chain issues, I can still go get a Japanese barbecue sauce at the store.
You know what's funny? I was listening to that episode we did earlier this week, and like I have seen more bullshit products than ever on the end caps at the store. There are so many fly-by-night startups where somebody took $3,000 for the stimulus money and got a loan from the bank to make a new fucking sauce.
You know what's funny about that? I messaged that guy on Instagram,
Who?
the fucking prepper that we talked to.
Really?
I messaged him a picture. Jason? What's going on with the okay? I messaged him a picture of the shelves at my store where the mini muffins, like the mini muffins were like very sparse.
They were
like they weren't even too deep.
Wow, they were just pushed to the edge.
And there were no chocolate chip ones. Now, the issue with me DMing the guy is that somehow on my phone, I'm somehow logged into Katie's Instagram. So now she's wrapped up in my shit. Because
what does that mean?
I DM'd him from her account because I thought it was mine.
Oh no!
So now I'm like, hey,
you catfishing him?
You?
You're catfishing him.
No, I just told him it's crazy that society's like this now.
As a woman, though, as a woman,
I wanted to see if I could get him to say Brian on his feed because now I'm gonna watch all of them. I did find another video of him. He has an insider in the trucking industry. That he just came out.
His neighbor.
Oh, whoever.
We do too. Matt Germany is an insider in the trucking industry. He calls into Street Fight.
We need to just start calling everybody insiders.
They're insiders.
Call all of our guests insiders and all of our callers too. Let's just call all the callers and all the guests insiders and take what they say as serious and dystopian. Listen to that guy again, though. I listened to the video. I listened to part of the show, and then I listened to the video again just to hear him talking again. And God, I love how they're preppers are the most panicked motherfuckers in the world. They got worse panic than I do. I mean, the guy was scared because of fucking Uncrustables, dude. Like Uncrustables scared him. Like a lack of Uncrustables. Or was it a lack of pizza rolls that scared him?
He's like, he walks down and he's like, I sense a disturbance in the force. Because there's no pizza rolls. Because they're out of Supreme. I had to get the double meat duos. I don't like the duos. I wanted the Supreme.
The loaded pepperoni ones, which I was
right.
I thought I was gonna like. Those are so up my alley. And I tried them. I was like, oh, that's too much pepperoni. I think they had them right with the regular pepperoni ones, in my opinion.
These aisles are so spacious. I can walk right through it. They aren't gumming up the works at all. I was in and out really quickly.
You know what the funniest thing about that guy is not the wider aisles. I think the funniest part of the video is one, when he says Kellogg's is an American company that's right there in Canada and that has moved to China. He's like, why would they do that? Which I loved. But also when he says like that the self-scan checkouts it's like you just have people just working on them self-scan checkouts. It's crazy. It's so funny.
Yeah. I hope it works out. You know, I hope he's making a living off of it at least.
Right. Rachel Atwood.
I hope you're not doing it for nothing.
Rachel Atwood does not know what an Uncrustable is. So Rachel Atwood must be from not Ohio. Or not the United States, right? You'd have to, or like 20.
Not have a kid. They weren't around when we were young, but then every kid born since 2000 and after has had them.
Yeah. My daughter wanted to try them, tried them once and said they don't like them. Jason used to make them when we were like 18. He used to like make them homemade. Like
Uncrustable for our New Zealand listeners is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But you like take a cup and you put it on the top and it takes all the crust off. So you have like this circle pocket of peanut butter and jelly. They freeze them and sell them. And then you throw them in kids' lunches. And by the time it's lunch, they, thaw. And then you can have a peanut butter and jelly with no crust.
Oh, I thought you microwaved them. I didn't even know that. Like, I've never had an Uncrustable. I gotta tell you, it just doesn't appeal to me. Peanut butter and
They're
jelly
good.
doesn't appeal to me.
They're good frozen too. They do like you can eat them completely cold and they're delicious if you're really stoned. But like I don't know for kids lunches, that's what I've done with them.
Pampered Chef makes an Uncrustable maker, according to Aaron Jankowski. So, I don't like peanut butter and jelly anymore. I don't think. Oh, I don't think I ever liked jelly. First of all, I grew up eating peanut butter sandwiches without the jelly.
You
But,
can really jazz it up though. I feel like you can go way crazy. You can get like cashew butter, you can get hot raspberry jelly, you know, you could get green pepper jelly, and yeah, you can go wild. You can do
Yeah.
fluff.
I also love crust. I don't understand
crust is
people that
tight.
don't like crust on any. I like the crust on pizza. I like the crust on the bread. Why do we have people that are so against crust? Like, what is the deal with that? Who came up with that?
I don't know. It wasn't me, but those people got catered to, and we have a whole industry now.
Yeah, and Aaron in the chat says they made a version with cheese once. It was awful. Wasn't it ham and cheese? I think
There
it
was
was a ham and cheese Uncrustable.
Oh wow, Uncrustable grilled cheese.
Yeah, no, ham and cheese though. I think it was the Uncrustable. Like, I don't even know what you would do with a Uncrustable with cheese. There it is. They got turkey Colby Jack roll-ups. Uncrustables, turkey, and Colby Jack roll-ups.
This is
Those are
Smucker's.
currently out.
Okay, Uncrustables grilled cheese is a thing.
Uncrustables frozen Uncrustable beef taco bites. Now they're just calling it anything.
It's a whole.
Uncrustable.
It's all Uncrustable. We cut the crust off.
Pepperoni bites. They got chocolate flavored hazelnut. Oh, they got a. Yeah,
I mean,
they're doing.
this
they're
is
doing
one
a
of those.
Nutella.
This is one of those things. This is kind of like baby formula in that it's a product that they should just provide to kids because this is what they want, you know, or to anybody that wants them. This should just be like a just staple food that's made to meet the nation's demands, you know?
Yeah. Hey, do you know the Screamin' Willie's pizzas?
Oh, yeah, at Aldi?
Screamin' Sicilian, they call
At
it.
Aldi. Yeah, Aldi has them all the time.
It's got a mustache on it. They make a s'mores dessert pizza now with graham crackers, marshmallows, fudge sauce, and artisanal crust.
A Screamin' Sicilian?
Yeah.
S'mores pizza?
Sicilian.
Is it s'more?
Yeah, it's a s'mores pizza, and it's available at almost all the Walmarts in Columbus.
That's bad.
Yeah, I'm going to try it. I want to try some new things.
You need like 32 friends. I just want one stick of the pizza. I don't want a half of it.
Yeah. It's like those things they sell at the store now that I see that are just like grilled cheese, like lines. So like it's like they made a grilled cheese sandwich and then made it into, they call it grilled cheese strips, and I'm like, that's just a sandwich. You added an extra step to just the regular old sandwich. That's not that's not what's it called, innovation in this capitalist society.
I've never been there. I've always brought myself to make the grilled cheese for myself. It's not that fucking hard.
Got to make your own grilled cheese. I'm sorry. That should. So yeah, I'm looking uncured ham and cheddar roll-ups. Ugh. Also, that thing about for when they say uncured, that makes me feel like it's gross. And I don't even. That's supposed to be that it's good.
Yeah, less
nitrates.
nitrates.
I feel like it's. I don't know what curing is. But uncured makes it seem like I'm going to get a disease from it. So
I think curing is what makes it taste fucking amazing.
Yeah. There's also a change.org petition to bring back the Smucker's grilled cheese Uncrustables. So they must have been good, you know?
For sure.
That's driving me nuts that they stop making stuff like this artificial scarcity thing where like people are celebrating Taco Bell because of the they're bringing back like the Mexican pizza. It's like they never had to get rid of the Mexican pizza. They made that decision.
Doja Cat did that, not Taco Bell.
She did that?
Doja Cat made it happen.
Oh, they're trying to bring back the Mexi Melt too. Now people are like getting a little crazy where they're just like, the Mexi Melt.
Mexican pizza fucking rocks.
Yeah.
My mom turned me on to those way back when.
Yeah, I like the ones they served in school that they look for people that don't live in the U.S. or didn't have Mexican pizza in school. If you saw a picture of one, it would fucking probably bum you out.
It's not the same. That's a fiestada. That's not a Mexican pizza.
But that's what they called it in my school, was a fiestada.
Mexican pizza from Taco Bell is a little different.
Yeah, because it has olives on it.
No, and it also is made of like tortillas. Mexican pizza is like straight up pizza dough. Fiestada is straight up pizza dough.
Yeah, fiestada is what it's called. I wish I'll try to share
The
a picture
worst.
of it in the chat, because it was like one of my favorite things, because it was
It rocked. Octagonal piece of fucking pizza.
and you could also what's the other? I don't think I can share the link. Oh, they need me to crank up my gain. Is that better?
Oh wow, it's way louder. Way better.
Am I better now? All right, here we go. I'm going to try to post a link in here, and hopefully, well, I don't even know if I can do that, because you can't post links in the thing. You can't post links. What if I send it to Jason and have him post a picture of it if he's listening? Jason, can you hear us? All right, he can't hear us. So I'm going to try this. All right, here we go. Here is the link to the Mexican pizza. No, I spelled it wrong. Pizza from school. And then I'm going to put the link in there and then paste it. Now, let's see if that shows up, because sometimes it won't go through. So we might not be able to share it with you. And I don't know how to share pictures. So y'all are just going to have to search for school Mexican pizza. And
fiestada. Fiestada.
Well, that's true. So, yeah. That was also, I want to say something before we get to calls. Jason shared it. Jason got it on the screen. That's a Mexican pizza for the people watching. That's what they look like. So I just wanted everybody to see that. I hope you enjoy it. Some of that nacho cheese, and you're fucking looking at something delicious.
I'll throw some sour cream on top.
Ew, no, that's gross. I want to bring up something. Jason, you can take that down. I want to bring something up from last week that I got laughed at, okay? About this idea I had for VIP pest extermination. And I just want to fucking say, okay? It's the best idea I've ever had. And it is a $1 billion idea. And it's better than any of Elon Musk's ideas. That's all. VIP pest control.
I mean, was talking to somebody today that like forgot to pay the light bill and the electricity went out. And so they were like, let's just go stay in a hotel tonight. And the kids was like, thought it was the highlight of the fucking year.
Yeah. Oh, I love staying in a hotel. Oh my God. There's a huge mayonnaise over our face. So I don't know what happened there. But Jason just put a big mayo for some reason. But yeah, I just, I love staying in a hotel. I would love to have a pest-free house, although I don't know. It's weird. I was talking to my wife about it the other day. I was like, when I'm growing up back in the 90s, my parents were always getting the house bombed. Like,
really?
it was like every 6 weeks or 6 months or something like that. They'd be like, don't come home till tomorrow. We're bombing the house again.
Like throwing a tent over it, or just doing that little canister?
I guess they were just bombing. I don't know. They never explained it, but they also had Orkin come in to do it, right? So they would have a company come and do it, but like they bombed the house constantly.
Yeah, I guess they used to sell those cans for $15, and they told you had to leave for like 24 to 48 hours.
Right. And I'm thinking about it, and I, in my adult life, I'm 43, so I've lived longer as an adult than I did as a child. I have
Mhm.
never bombed my house once. Never. Never even considered bombing my house. So I'm telling you. Oh God, now everybody now Doc called me in the chat, said they were having sex. No, they weren't. My parents were not having sex.
Probably
We're
doing
just-
sex party stuff or orgies. They were called back then.
I couldn't stay in the hotel for like weeks. I hate. I like
one
being in the
said
hotel for
weeks.
2 nights. Yeah, I like being in the hotel for a couple nights, 3, 4 maybe. But once you start getting into like, once you start getting it, Fixer Punk in the chat brought it up about 3 weeks being in one hotel. That's like gross. You'll make a
Never
mess of
in my
that.
life have
Yeah,
I
you'll-
done 3 weeks.
You'll make a mess of that hotel room in a second. You fucking all your bad food. But yeah, oh yeah, I do not have to spray for fleas because I don't have pets. But I also would like think, you guys don't think that like, I thought it was the thing that was part of being an adult, is what I'm trying to say. I thought bombing the house was like how my parents used to do my laundry when I was a kid. Then they fucking stopped doing my laundry, and I had to start doing my laundry. My parents used to do the dishes, and then they stopped doing the dishes, and I had to start doing the dishes. I thought bombing the house was going to be a thing I have to do,
Right. Eventually, you take that over.
but I don't. You don't have to do it very much or ever. So, but you know, people do it though. Thank you for, you know,
Let's take some calls.
let's take some fucking calls, and we have space in the queue to call. So go ahead and call us.
Plenty of room.
Let's take some cows.
Thanks for calling Street Fight. Who are we talking to tonight?
Oh. Oh,
Plenty of room.
Hello?
Thanks for calling Street Fight. Who are we
Hello?
talking to tonight?
oh, is this me? No.
This
There's
is you.
someone
What's
else
up?
chatting, isn't there? I can't tell.
Hello?
Hi, can
You're
you hear
in
me?
here. We can hear you. Can you hear us?
God damn it. Can you hear me? Is this me?
Yeah,
Is
we
this
can
me?
hear you. Can you hear us?
Your
Oh, there's an
skeleton from the
echo. Hold on one second.
underworld?
Let me turn down this thing.
Can you hear?
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Who can
Okay.
it be now?
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, we
I'm
can
getting
hear
a
you. What's
crazy
up?
Echo. Yeah, I can. It's just there's a crazy echo.
Yeah, it's feeding back. Jason, I think something's feeding back because I can hear it too.
Yeah, I'm hearing myself too.
Um,
I'm hearing everything.
Shit. Should I try again?
Yeah, give
Sounds
it a
really
try. We'll
trippy.
answer the phone and we'll try to figure it out. Give us a call and we will answer again. Yeah, there's an echo. I can hear the echo for sure.
Echo the
So,
Dolphin, great game.
is there something we can mute, Jason, or something like that? Or am I doing? All right.
Can people hear me?
Do.
Oh,
Yeah, we need Hank.
okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll try again.
All right. Let's see. We'll answer the call back here. I'm gonna try and bring her back. Okay.
Missing
I don't-
Dying Wish is playing right now. I want to fucking see them so bad. They're playing with Limp
Hello,
Bizkit
is this
next
me?
week.
Damn. Okay, so we just hello, can you hear us?
Hello?
Hello. Oh,
Are you
no.
a skeleton?
We might just be doing a no calls
Hello?
call-in show this week.
No
Which-
calls. No calls call-in show.
It ain't looking good. Because they can't hear us. Hello? 330? If your number has a 330,
Hello.
okay, return to queue. Let's try this one. Hello. Thank you for calling Street Fight. What's up?
Oh. I heard the person before me. He's chatting, and so am I.
I don't know what's going on. Okay. We're
gonna switch your brains.
from-
Just hold still.
Oh my god, this crazy ass echoing.
Yeah, this is weird. We might have to just call it, man. Me and
Yeah,
Brett
no,
will do
no.
a few more minutes. They can
gonna
ask.
switch
We'll
your
do
brain.
Q&A with the chat, maybe,
Oh my god, this
because this is
crazy ass
impossible
echoing.
to fix currently.
Yeah, this is weird. We might have to just call it, man.
Hello. All right, Brett, you want to just do another like
Oh my god, this is
finish up the show because I
Okay,
don't think we're
I heard it
gonna call
again.
this tonight.
I heard the other guy.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, so we'll just talk a little more. You know,
Whoa.
we're gonna stop the calls so we don't waste anybody else's time.
Okay, I heard it again. I heard the other guy.
Damn, it was working with me, but it's feeding back through. Which makes
Yeah, there was a little bit of just warbling going on. Weird. I liked it. I mean, I also I like to feel psychedelic and stuff, but it's not the best audio experience.
Yeah, people can hear.
Yeah, there was a little bit of.
They can hear as their caller,
I liked it.
which this is very strange. Here, Bobby's on here. We can try Bobby and see. Hey, Bobby, what's up? Can you hear us?
Oh crap!
We're
It's
taking
no.
calls tonight, baby.
Wait.
Has it been too early?
What?
I said it's not gonna work, right? Like without messing around with it, I'll have to go in and fix it like sometime this week. Sorry.
All right. Well,
Flubbity flubbity dub.
it's okay. We'll figure it out. I know what we can do. Hey, give me 2 seconds or 1 minute here to
2
set
seconds or 1
something up. I have an idea.
Okay.
A minute, just 1 minute. Because I have to bring some stuff up. But I think
You want
we
to go
can
to
play.
Limp? You want to do Limp Bizkit instead of the show next week?
No, because I have to take the week
Okay, come on. We've well, that's fine, but I can do it. I can do it.
No, you can go to Limp Bizkit and I'll do the show, and then I can go watch wrestling and you do the show.
What's next Wednesday?
Oh, it's not Wednesday. It's Sunday. Hold on.
This Sunday?
I don't have any idea when I am so confused right now.
What wrestling?
Huh?
What wrestling? Is it Memorial Day wrestling?
Yes. Yes.
All right, that's not this
Yes.
weekend then.
Yes. It is not this week. All right. Brett, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Fucking crap.
I can hear you.
This is a mess. This is not delightful.
Boop boop a doop boop. Beep bop.
Okay, I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
How the fuck can't they hear me? This is impossible.
It's probably something on your end, Brian. Now, Brett, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. Now Brett, I can't Brett can't hear me for some reason.
Can you hear me,
Uh,
Brian?
Try this. All right, Brett, what's up? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
And the listeners can hear me. All right. Here's what we're going to do. I told you that my guy from last week had a new video where he was letting us know that he has a trucker in the insider. So what if we find out what the truckers have to say this week? I gotta get it up.
What prep? This is the angry prepper.
No, this is the same prepper we watched last week. I don't know what the show's actually called. It's SHTF. And the guy's always getting intel, which is great. Here we go. All right, here we go. Where are you at? Oh my God. I feel I feel like I'm doing the worst job right now.
It's fine. It's not your fault. You didn't have to figure out how to get all this together out of nowhere. It's just flub time. It's time for the flub orator. We flubbing.
Okay, we got a trucker insider here, everybody.
When you hear what
Everybody
this
likes it when you. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's do it. No calls tonight. Sorry. We really apologize.
trucking industry insider said to me, you are not gonna believe this. Let's talk about it.
I'm listening.
So truckers are the backbone of our entire economy. They are critical. Nothing gets on a shelf to you in any store in America without a trucker bringing it somewhere. Even if they didn't bring it directly to the store, they brought it to a warehouse.
I love how he corrects himself a little bit.
Yeah.
Sometimes he'll be like, hey, the fucking truckers, they get stuff there. Even if they don't get it there, they get it there somewhere. Something gets brought by a truck, because he's worrying about a guy like me being like, I've seen stuff get dropped off from a van sometimes. That's not a truck, is it?
Some people just go to a distribution center and have a van.
House, or they brought it from a shipyard, or they brought it from a shipyard in China somewhere. So
Chinese truckers. We need to recognize the Chinese truckers that put it on the fucking boats.
I don't think he's wanting to recognize the Chinese truckers. I think he's got problems with the Chinese truckers, Brad. They're trucking all the stuff in China. Now we can't afford truckers.
Literally critical to the backbone of our economy. And if the supply chain for truckers stops,
Oh, now there's a supply
Man,
chain for
it's
truckers. Are they like fucking strawberry shortcake ice cream pops? Are they just made in a fucking factory?
The supply chain for truckers. So when I start playing that out in my head, when I start taking those words apart, it feels like he thinks the stuff that goes on the truck is the truckers until it gets to the store and you can buy it. Like this is actually the truckers that get this.
I'm also thinking back to the insiders that have called into our show that have told us that like the trucking industry is so fucked up. They're grinding people down to a pulp. There's no benefit of like being a truck driver at this point, unless you're unionized.
Yeah, this guy isn't going to be bringing any of that up.
Sure.
but just to start off, we're going to start off slow and then just dive deeper into it because this is a really complex thing that's shutting down the trucking industry, and this is scary stuff. This is going to take years to recover from. So just to start with, the price of diesel, which massive trucks run on, hits an all-time high.
Well, he's not lying about that, right? But I do like the little bit of information that's what trucks run on. Is diesel, price of diesel, which is what, in case you didn't know that it is a fuel, diesel is like the gas that goes in your car.
That you pull up to that gas station. I know you see that little green handle. You're like, what's that? That's for the professional drivers that touch every product that we consume. The truckers.
You ever tried to put diesel in your car on accident?
No, because the hose don't fit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's maybe the best engineering feat in America. Like that was the top of us. Like that was when we were the greatest nation in the world. Was when they decided to make the diesel hose thicker than the unleaded hose.
Make it not work is the only way. Because I'm sure there's still folks that are trying to like arc it in there or squeeze it and make it go into their tank.
Yeah, screaming at it too. What the fuck, man? Like somebody that's really frustrated. I had to get gas the other day, man. I don't like that at all. I am not into $4.30 gas. I do not like.
It's surprising.
I buy so much candy at the Giant Eagle that I get perks, and so I got $21 off.
Fuck yeah.
So, but what happened is
You spent
right?
$210 on candy.
Probably, yeah. I mean, that I didn't even think about it. I don't want to know. I'm so glad the
Sure.
grocery store can't tell me what I spent
It's
on
not the
candy,
Lego
like the
Club.
Lego.
Oh my God. If the fucking cards message you and it's like, this is how much you spent on cookies so far.
Your Twix money so far is, I mean, I did some counting on my Caramello money last year. And I realized because I was stopping and getting them every day while I was out walking, right before I came home, I'd stop, I'd get some 5 or 6 king size caramellos, and I never thought about it, but I was spending $12 a night just on my candy, and that's what made me buy the box of them. And now I'm in this situation where Twix is all I think about. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think about any other foods. I'm just like, man, I can't wait till tonight when I'm eating my Twix. And
how many?
I bought a big bag of mini ones, so I couldn't even tell. But yeah, I maybe eat like we're talking about the bars, right? I'm not talking about the packs.
No, the standard Twix.
I eat around 12 of the regular standard like gimmicks. You know what I mean? Like 3 4-packs. I'll get through 3 4-packs. And I am thinking about buying a bulk box of Twix, but I still have all of those blondies in my cabinet, so I don't want to look at those. I don't want to be looking at blondies and Twix. Like, fuck.
I'll take the blondies.
Okay. I'll get you the fucking blondies. All right, let's see what our.
But aren't you worried about when you double down on the Twix though? You're gonna end up in the same situation.
That's why I don't want to do it, dude. I keep thinking like if I go buy the box, because I found out that Costco has the box for $30.
Okay,
a box of king size Twix.
How many nights of Twix is that?
I don't know. That's the other problem. If I get a fucking box
What's
of
the
them, it'll be
conversion?
significantly less nights than if I just buy them one by one. Like, because if I get the box, I'll eat fucking 20 of them in a night, you know, because the box is there. It's like, I'll never run out, you know, and then I'll run out in like 4 days and be like, well, you just ate a whole box of Twix in 4 days, and that becomes a problem. So
yeah, I think the process of scoring the Twix seems to be integral to you. I think you just go and make your little journey to get your Twix because you're going to burn them out.
Yeah, I do it. I do. That's why I'm afraid now. I'm so afraid now to go all in with something because I might not like it in a couple of days, you know? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
All-time high. That is just a huge hit for truckers. A lot of truckers pay their own gas out of their pocket. They're getting a salary and they take gas out as an expense. So if that cost goes up a lot more, a lot of truckers are just not gonna do the delivery because
yeah, you don't know how it works.
It's still their job.
Yeah.
You know? They still have to like go to work. This guy's like, man, if the cost goes up, there aren't gonna be any truckers. The truckers are all gonna quit.
I've been paid $2.44 to drive McDonald's to somebody's house. There are always going to be people desperate enough to make the delivery.
Yeah.
They don't even have the gas money up front to pay for all this diesel. Some of them are paying close to $2,000 just to fill up their tank. Imagine paying $2,000 to fill up your gas tank.
Because, well, it's different, first of all. And do you think they're really paying $2,000 to fill up their tank?
I don't know what the
people are spending
is.
$2,000 to fill. I've got to find out how many gallons.
Yeah.
We got to.
We're gonna look up what diesel is right now in Columbus while you look that up, and then we can do the math.
How many gallons in a semi truck? All right. So you're looking at 120 to 150 gallons. You got 2 tanks. You're looking at 300 gallons.
So you're up to $1,500. Yeah, that's $5. Yeah.
Oh, we got to stop with the trucking then.
If you're in California, you know they're at the 2,000 mark.
We need to Tesla these trucks, dude. I don't know why they made Tesla's cars first instead of just doing trucks where they could have been really useful.
This is insane, and just this is a huge problem for truckers. So let's just keep diving in deeper though. And all of these food shortages, empty shelves, all these things at all of our favorite stores are also directly tied to the supply chain and to our truckers and their ability to get goods places. The state of Georgia literally declared a state of emergency over the supply chain and to help truckers move more goods faster. So the big problem that truckers are facing is summed up in this article here. Where have all the truck parts gone?
What?
Where have all the truck parts gone?
Okay, so they're out of.
This is bigger than just truckers not having gas. This is trucks are breaking down and they are not able to make repairs on their vehicles.
That's
and get
true,
them
probably.
Back out
Maybe this guy's not full of shit today.
So they're essentially being taken off the map, and this comes on top of the Russia-Ukraine war and half of the world's neon for chips that go in almost all modern vehicles. Half of the world's neon gas for these chips has been wiped out from this Russia-Ukraine war.
What?
I mean,
is
there are
neon there?
Car chips are fucked up. That's 100% true.
We got to stop with the car chips then. We just got to stop it. We got to go back to old cars, you know?
Yeah, I don't know if Ukraine did half, but I know that car chips are fucked up. So they're onto something there.
He's onto the car chip thing. All right.
Yes.
And sanctions and all these other things. Half of it. So this says supply chain and building material constraints have hampered new truck builds for much of the year. Yet a similar effect is being felt by fleets who simply want to service the trucks they are.
Okay. First of all, he's just reading articles. I thought he was going to tell us about an insider.
What's the inside information?
Yeah, come on, man. Where's the insider stuff?
We're having a whole parts crisis. And this is also on top of China's Shanghai lockdowns. And they are one of the...
I don't like that.
Shanghai's the biggest...
Yeah, what is that?
I don't like the way he said Shanghai lockdowns because it didn't feel good to me. You know?
Yeah.
In the world. And it is shut down, and they are one of the biggest supplier of all these random little parts we need to fix our cars. Valves, hoses, pumps.
He's right about all this stuff. This stuff is mostly true. This is mostly true. I mean, that there are disruptions in this stuff. It's not like a nefarious plot, I don't think.
You don't
it's
think
a
so?
happens. No, I don't think China is doing anything nefarious. I don't think it's a nefarious plot from China at all.
Well, we'll try one more thing.
Could
here.
be. I guess it could be if you say it right.
We'll try this here. Let's see. All right.
So this is it. They're doing it. I was warning about this just a couple videos ago. Let's talk about it.
New video. He says this is it. They're finally doing it, Brett. So
what's happening?
I guess we'll have to find out.
So millions of people right now are being affected. And the reason why we're seeing this is because this is the shutdown of America. This is the deindustrialization of America. This is the sending of all of our industry overseas. This is the
has been
takeover,
going on for
guys.
so long, bro.
They don't want us to have nice things, nice cars, nice
What?
houses.
What?
AC.
Okay.
Be able to run your AC all day, be comfortable. These things
This
are...
is Rush Limbaugh was saying this in the 90s.
This guy's the king of like wanting to waste stuff. He's just so mad that we're now living in we can't waste stuff times. You know, he was like, man, my parents
to the plastic.
My parents was wasting stuff and throwing stuff away and littering and just everything was going fucking wild out there. And now they're telling us we can only buy 5 things of flour.
They'd call you a litter bug, but you didn't mind, you know, it was fine. They wouldn't ostracize you or take you to jail for it. You were just a litter bug.
I mean, people didn't even care about litter at the time. They're just tougher than we are now.
Right.
Are going to be things of the past if the people pushing this agenda get what they want. So what am I talking about exactly? Well, millions of people in Texas now are without power in 100-degree weather, 100-plus degree weather.
Yeah.
And they're saying, hey, turn off your AC, stop running your appliances. And this has never happened before in history. I've seen people.
I mean, do you
Did it happen in California?
I can't imagine this person cares about climate science or anything like that either.
No. He's mad about climate science, I'm sure, because he's kind of mad here about, like, again, they're like, turn off your air conditioner, and he's like, this has never happened in the history of America. Because I mean, if blackouts happened in California because of Enron, right? Like, that's what a lot of that Enron stuff was all about, was blackouts,
right?
And guess what, man? There's only finite air conditioning. I think that's a new thing. I'm going to just go. That's going to be my new climate fight, is just going to be, bro, there's only a finite amount of air conditioning. And if we keep using it the way we're using, especially Texas, who we know has a shit grid. We've learned that they have a bad grid, and they use air conditioning like, I mean, the only place I ever been to that had more air conditioning than Texas was Las Vegas. That's the only place I ever been. That was
You're right.
Close, you know? So you got a bad grid. And
treat it like an ancient element from Jesus.
Yeah. I love air conditioning. I mean, I feel like they got to invent a new kind of air conditioning. When my air conditioning went out last
Hyper air.
Yeah, I wanted to make one of those swamp coolers. You know, the swamp cooler gimmick? I was going to make some of those. So let's see here.
And they're saying that this has never happened in Texas before during the summer. They don't just have blackouts from AC. So this could be something bigger, and we were given warnings just a few days ago. So what if something bigger is going on? We were previously warned just a few days ago of potential cyber attacks on the Texas power grid. Isn't that nuts? And then a few
cyber sex. People were going to put their nuts on the power grid cyberly.
And 6 different power plants have been shut down at once in Texas.
So this is a Jade Helm situation, Brad. This is like Jade Helm shit, where they'll do a newspaper article about something, and then 3 days later they just do it, which doesn't make any sense. That's what the Jade Helm
practice thing for 9/11 and then do it.
Yeah,
and the pandemic too.
They never even practiced for that, though, did they?
They did the pandemic. No, they did it in 2019. Bill Gates practiced it on a computer.
Nice. Oh, I did hear Mancow talking about that. You know, a thing Mancow believes now, I'll just tell you this. He believes that Bill Gates didn't get the vaccine.
Okay.
Like
he knows better.
Told everybody
in
to
on
get
it.
Yep. Mancow's on a roll lately. I listened to him for a lot of yesterday, and he did an obituary for fucking Bob Saget, where he started out by saying, like, I'm not a fan of most of his stuff.
Right.
Which is like, don't do that. Hey, if you guys eulogize us ever, please don't say you're not a fan. Just say, like, oh, I kind of am digging it. You know, I'm digging it.
Mancow, he's a power player.
He does. God, the guy is such a liar, first of all. Now he's running around saying he might not run for governor because he's thinking about moving to Florida.
Okay, where there's more freedom?
Yeah, that's what he said. There's more freedom in Florida. So,
and he can live in a retirement community. He can move into the villages.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God. Unimaginative username said, my parents in California signed up for a program through the power company where they got $100 to let the utility turn off their AC during power emergencies. They got a $2 bill credit for 4 years. Because like $2?
Yeah, I'm down with it. That's how I feel too. I have mine off right now. I go in off mode quite a bit. If I'm not moving too briskly, I'm not going to sweat that bad.
Oh my God, I sweat. So I'm trying to figure out what they do at the gym to make me sweat so much, because that is pure misery when like it's so gross, and it's like I don't sweat that much any other time of day. Well, I mean, because I'm not exerting myself in that way, but still, it's like, god damn.
Yeah, clean
So,
the dishes harder.
yeah. So, man, Brett, you should try to get into something like that. They can turn your air conditioner off remotely, and then you get money back. So, yes,
I'm into solar panel refund. I'm into solar panel rebate and then sell the energy back.
I love that. Yeah. I have seen Winners and Losers. Hank in a chat asked me if I've seen his waterboarding experiment. Not only have I seen it, but I'll give you a little bit of history of the man waterboarding experiment. The guy that did it had never waterboarded anybody before, and it's questionable whether or not he was actually in the military. And he did it wrong. If you watch the video, and Mancow, look, these guys, like, their bread and butter is getting talked about on TV. So that was his shot to be on MSNBC. He was like, he was getting a trial run. Hey, am I going to be liberal? Am I going to be conservative? Am I going to talk about how people in Satanists in Turkey are creating or cursing rare artifacts that they send home with people? That's the other thing he's really into now, curses. Like, they got these turkey, these eyes, they call it, it's like a blue eye, and he thinks that they have Satanists curse them so that when they bring them home, it curses the Christians. They get it, which is wild because you don't even think about, like, I didn't think any Christians believed in curses. That seems like a lot, you know?
I mean, a lot of them do. I mean, they're the ones that are in the Supreme Court. They're the ones that are voting Republican. They're
That's
the quiverful people. There's lots of them.
The Supreme Court,
they're in charge.
There's people in the Supreme Court that believe in curses and demons.
Yeah, and then JFK Jr. is secretly alive.
Man, fucking 15 years ago, you couldn't say. 15 years ago, you couldn't say, I think that if you believe in demons, you shouldn't be allowed to be on the Supreme Court. Like, that's the world we lived in then. Now you can say it, but people give you a little bit of a side eye. But like,
well, we have to respect people's rights to believe in demons, for sure.
That's true. And I love demons. So, well, everybody, I'm really sorry. Okay, we couldn't take calls. I wasn't prepped. And yes, Rachel, ask us questions. You know what, Brett? Let's answer some questions before we get out of here. You can ask us. Rachel Atwood in the chat said, does Brian still go on 30-mile walks every day? I do about 10 to 15 now because I work out before I do it. So, you know, I'll be tired. I'm trying to figure out a situation here. I should ask people. I work out in the morning. I go to the gym. And I do all my stuff and I sweat real bad. And obviously the first thing you want to do is take a shower, but I also want to take a walk. So I'm trying to figure out like what to do in order to be like, okay, you can take a walk still after you've sweated through your clothes and not feel disgusting, because I end up sweating while I walk too, you know, because it's sweaty outside. So
you don't want to change clothes?
I have never thought about really changing clothes because I feel like it would be like putting my clean clothes on a dirty body, you know?
So you're like in the gym lifting weights, working out, you're wearing your shorts, you're wearing your tank, and then you just like bolt for the door and just start walking for 15 miles.
Yeah, that's what I do.
That's this continuous workout. That counts.
No, I can't do that. I can't say I do a 9-hour workout.
Don't let it sit. Don't let it sit on you for too long.
I need a treadmill and a shower treadmill is incredible. I'll tell you what though, blisters, that's a shoes thing, number one. And walking, I think your foot moves around a lot less when you walk than it does when you run. But I've found that blisters are specifically from shoes. They're not from like the activity of being out. And if you're going to be out running or walking, I mean, you just got to pay for the good shoes. That's the way it is. You don't want to get blisters because they hurt worse than any other thing that you can get on your body. I can't think of anything that hurts worse than a blister.
Yeah, it's just the curl of the burl.
Or burn. Getting burned. So
yeah, burns be stinging like when it's hot out. You're like, fuck, it's just the sun on this burn. Why is it killing me right now?
yeah. I don't know what energy source is used to generate the electricity I use. I'm probably coal, I would guess. So, if anybody has any questions, we'll answer a few, and then we're getting out of here. And I'm gonna, I don't know, probably watch a murder show. More than likely, I've been checking out this new murderer and kind of into him.
Jesus,
I know, I can't help it. Now I'm into the murderers. I've
true crime Bry.
It's not even because I watch a lot of most of it. Yeah, I guess I do watch a lot of it's true crime. I'm watching The Staircase currently, which is about a guy that I think threw his wife down the stairs, killed her. But I'm not totally fucking sure. So all right. I think we got to hit the road. I don't know what to do.
You know what? I want to tell you something that's happening here in Ohio is that our culture is being under attack because I'm starting to go into the sheets now.
You're doing a sheet. You're a sheets guy?
I've been. Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's right on the way home. And like they have Dr. Pepper barbecue and they have pizza. They have fucking everything.
Have you had?
I took my kid tonight. She asked. And she made a fucking milkshake, strawberry milkshake, a squirt of vanilla, and Oreos mixed in, which total kid thing. I would never
strawberry with vanilla,
strawberry milkshake.
Oreos?
Yes, with a vanilla pump and Oreos. It rocked. It was good, but it was a kid creation for sure.
That is like what I was talking about the other day, dude, about the gummy bears dipped in chocolate. Which I think is the worst thing.
That's like, tough.
Yeah, it's just, I feel like if you buy those, you're just throwing money in the trash.
You got to be a sugar enthusiast. I mean, you got to be extreme sugar enthusiast where you will never complain about any combination of sugars.
Yeah. But I do think Sheets is good. I don't know. It's shitty for me to talk about Sheets because my primary time at Sheets is us being on the road. I just did a live show and I don't eat before and I haven't had anything to eat since, earlier in the day. We pull over, we order Sheets, I eat it, and then I end up with diarrhea, but I deserve that because of the way I treated my body for that day. So
yeah, Sheets is mostly a White Castle competitor for me. It's on the same road. It's on same 161 and they're open till 4. And you can get fried stuff all day.
Quicker too.
Yeah, they are faster. But the thing that bummed me out, well, it didn't bum me out. It did bum me out. But something I was thinking about, like my kid, I thought we were gonna go and like just take it home. And she was like, no, I want to eat here. And I'm like, you want to eat here? So we sat at these high top chairs and looked outside at these two guys asking for money. There was just two guys on the table outside. And I gotta say, asking for money's got to be one of the hardest fucking jobs that there is.
I think so too.
I couldn't even watch it. Like, cause so many people like ignored them or made up stuff, or there was just like, Jesus Christ, that's a hard fucking job. Like, I don't think that's an easy way out by any means.
Yeah, it is weird though, Brad. I do how you talk about, our culture here is that in Ohio, at least in Columbus, I can't speak for the rest of the state, is that eating at a gas station, you just didn't do it. You just don't do it in Ohio. We don't believe in it. We don't trust it. It's bad. It's really weird because like, I'm not saying we're fancy and classy, right? I'm just saying we don't eat at gas stations. We're freaked out by it here.
Yeah, it's not common. I remember going and visiting a friend in Pennsylvania and skateboarding, and we would skateboard to Wawa and then go and just like hang out there and have like a meal like it's a fucking Taco Bell, you know?
Yeah,
It is. It's just fast. It's a fast food that is attached to a gas station
where you can buy some gas at, and
Yeah.
probably they got perks, right?
Oh
They
my
got
God.
perks?
Yeah, I mean, I'm tied into the system. They got it's like 15 cents off a gallon for like the first 3 months if you join the club.
Yeah.
They got their hooks in me so bad. And like I said, crazy sauces, middle of the night, they'll make you veggie subs, all of that.
Yeah,
I can't hate on it.
I haven't been. There's one right at the end of my street, and I haven't been yet. But I'll end up going there for sure. I mean, if anything, just to get some Twix, you know.
Sure. They got Twix.
Yeah, they do. They do. I am thinking about making homemade Twix, by the way. I
Okay.
have been considering doing that. I just haven't done it yet. Most of the recipes are kind of bad because they're like buy some caramel and melt them. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't do
On a Ritz or
recipes
something.
Like that. Yeah, no, I don't do No, they show you how to make the cookie. I just don't do recipes where you buy the thing. Well, like I don't do a recipe like that White Castle casserole that people get. You ever heard of that? It's like you go buy a bunch of White Castles and then you make a casserole out of them. Like I just don't do stuff where you buy something already made and then make a new thing out of it. If I'm making Twix, I want to make the caramel, I want to make the cookie, and I want to make the chocolate. You know, well, I mean, I don't know if you can make chocolate, but
Yeah, that's too bold. I think they figured it out.
Yeah. No, I tempering chocolate though. I want to have to temper the chocolate, you know? So like I like baking, so I might give it a shot. I think I've made them before. I know I made Samoas once, which is the cookie, the Girl Scout cookie. And I've made a Swiss roll. I've made a bunch of copycat. I'm looking at copycat recipes now almost all the time because I want to learn how to make all the fast food.
Okay.
And that's how I learned how to make
applaud it.
waffles. I did the Waffle House waffles, you know? So, all right.
There's a Waffle House nearby too. I don't ever go there though because it seems like the Wild West. It's a real wild one.
Yeah, Waffle House.
I need to
can
go
get
during the
crazy.
day. I need to take my kid in like at the light of the day when the Lord is out and the sun is shining.
I took Gwen on Christmas. That's the only day we really go. We would go on Christmas at midnight and eat, and it was always just pretty wild in there actually. And the kids see it as like a really neat, cool thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, we're eating at midnight. When my daughter found out you could eat at a restaurant at midnight, it was like a really big moment for her.
Yeah, especially all the people that are there too. The atmosphere is different than a restaurant at 5 p.m.
For sure. For sure. All right, everybody. The call-in show will be back next week. We'll be back in studio. We'll still be here Wednesday, right?
Yeah, definitely. In the studio, live street fight.
In the studio, man. Yeah. In the studio. So
Rock and
we'll see
roll.
you guys. I promise we'll take calls next week, no matter which configuration of us there are. I think we're gonna have some guests and stuff.
Oh man, I went to my kids' school carnival, and she's in K through 8, so there was some 8th graders there, and I loved it because there was this kid that had like just long, stringy, gross hair and like a shirt with like a wizard skeleton on it. And he sat down and put headphones on and was just like listening in the corner. And I just knew he was listening to like Black Sabbath or Venom or some sort of classic rock thing. He had a crustache too. He was like a perfectly classic rock kid. I fucking loved it.
Yeah, that's cool. That stuff's cool. I like a good classic rock kid. You know,
his name was Marshall too. I called his name Marshall. I was like, okay, your dad is in a band, I guess, probably.
Oh no, I just realized what Marshall is.
Yeah.
It's like a stack.
Yep.
I would have named my kid, what's the orange ones? Damn it.
They're just called Orange.
Yeah, they're just called, I would have named my kid Orange, like the $5.38 orange that our guy found. But all right, I think that's the show. I think we are good, and we will, I promise, it's all going to get fixed. We did some messing around. And
doing the mess around.
Anybody that's listened to Street Fight for a while knows that when we mess with the studio, it takes a few weeks to get it back to normal.
Jake, play a Mess Around by Ray Charles, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Peace.
Bye.